Gay TV on location. Sit back and buckle up, cause our next stop is Jungle Nightclub. We're behind the scenes with Del Shore and Jason Dottley.
Hey, I'm Dick Wolfley, and we're here at Gay TV at Jungle Nightclub in Atlanta. I'm here with Del Shores and Jason Dottley. We're going to be talking about film, TV, music, everything you can imagine. They're both just amazing performers. Right after this word.
A really hard time focusing on what you're saying.
Thank you. What's this for?
This is for having the highest best-selling DVD at Dutch shows. Over 2,500 copies sold.
Oh.
Started last.
Well, thank you. Thank you. And what's in here? All right. I wish I had $1 to tip you, but I don't. And I'm about to fall off the stage. Now turn around one last time and wave to the crowd.
You've just accessed the beautiful experience. This experience will cover courtship, sex, commitment.
Let your location be known with Gay TV Atlanta on location. Whether you're having a social event, celebration, live performance, political gathering, press conference, contact us today. You're watching Gay TV Atlanta.
Welcome to the dawn.
You're watching
Gay TV Atlanta.
Welcome.
Gay TV on location.
Sometimes it takes something strong, like having Prophet pass, to motivate the nation to fight harder, to fight louder, and to fight stronger. And I think we've proven today that you can be defeated in one moment and succeed the next, and you can succeed as a result of the first defeat.
Del, it's amazing having you here, and Jason. Del, tell me about the stage show a little bit. What are we in store for tonight?
Well, I did a stage show. I started on tour a couple of years ago with one called Del Shore's My Sordid Life, and it was much more theatrical than this. This is really pure stand-up and fun. I fly by the seat of my pants. I have a little bit of a map you see over there, and I just then kind of play the audience and have a lot of fun with them. And I think you'll a lot of irreverence, a lot of politically wrong things, according to some. And I figure, I'm 53 years old now. I'm just going to say whatever the fuck I want.
There you go. That works for me. That does. And I don't know if people know everything about you, but you were written for TV.
I wrote. Yes, I've had a lot.
Well, you started doing stage, right?
I did. I started as an actor, and as an actor, I needed more of a role, so I wrote a play that I could be in, and that was in 1984. In 1987, my second play opened. I wasn't in it, called Daddy's Dying, Who's Got the Will, and it changed my world. It became suddenly Del Shores was the writer and not the actor anymore, and
the filmmaker, because then it became a film, right?
It did. It was MGM optioned it, and it was a major film with Beverly D'Angelo, Tess Harper, Keith Carradine. It was a really great cast. Yeah.
That's
Judge
amazing.
Reinhold, who's an asshole.
And you wrote for Dharma and Greg.
I did.
Also, and
Ned and Stacy, and Queer as Folk.
That's like my favorite show. Tell me about
Really?
which ones did you write for that?
Well, I wrote a play called Southern Baptist Sissies, and the executive producers came to the show because I had just directed a movie with Olivia Newton-John and Swoosie Kurtz. And Swoosie was friends of Ron and Dan, who created the show, Ron Cowan and Dan Lippman. And she said, you have to go see this show. He's so right they created Sisters as well. Mm-hmm. And so I met with them, and they saw the show, and they hired me the next day. So it was really, truly the best television experience that I've had. I mean, Sordid Lives, the series, was an amazing experience for me because it was my series, but it ended kind of badly, and Queer as Folk didn't have that at all. It just had wonderful about it,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right.
So you and Jason are married?
We're married.
So how did that happen?
Well, we got in under the wire when marriage was legal in California. We got married. We had been married in our eyes, and for 5 years before that, and then we decided that we wanted to make it legal, and we did. And then a few days later, Prop 8 passed.
Yeah.
So we're part of the 18,000 couples who remain married in California.
That's great.
I think
So-
one got divorced recently, so it's down to 17,999.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I gotta move over to Jason, and you guys are married. And what's it like to live with those 3 dogs?
Well, luckily, we're down to 2. I say luckily because the third one was just a bitch. I love my dogs. I mean, one of them actually travels with us all the time. He was
So are they your dogs or Dell's dogs?
well. They're
Everybody's dogs.
they're the family dogs. Yeah, yeah.
Tell us a little bit about Nation of Jason.
Well, the Nation of Jason is it's a web community that my fans on Facebook helped me name. And it's basically, instead of having a website that was rather boring like jasondottley.com, I tried to have something that I could build a message behind. And so you can join the Nation of Jason, you can have profiles and friend people. It's a bit like Facebook, but not quite as sophisticated. And it's basically a place for people who believe in following your dreams and people who believe that exclusion isn't part of our view of acceptance. And it's just a place where people can be and can connect with other people who share a vision for the future that is different than the way life is now. It's a place for change. And on my tour right now, my club tour is actually called the Nation of Jason Tour. And I've played San Francisco. I just headlined New Orleans Gay Pride. I was the Grand Marshal. And I'm picking back up in the fall.
That's great. We'll be right back after this word.
I fucking hate the paper. I cannot stand any of them. I don't even like the Down syndrome child. I don't like any of them. I know that's wrong to say.
Sordid Lives became the longest-running film in the history of Palm Springs at the Camelot Theater, 96 weeks.
This is Leslie Jordan. Very cute inside.
Shores wrote and directed the film version of Sordid Lives, starring Beau Bridges, Delta Burke, Olivia Newton-John, Bonnie Bedelia, Leslie Jordan, Beth Grant, along with most of the cast from the play. So we're back on Gay TV, and you know, we are all about the internet. TV channels on the internet, and these guys are also all about the internet, live and internet. So tell me a little bit about the products and how we can get a hold of some of your stuff.
Well, you can always go to sordidlivestheseries.com and order our shit. and it's all
So what shit have we got?
We got Sordid Lives the series. We have Sordid Lives the film. We have my film Daddy's Dying, Who's Got the Will. You can also online get all of my plays, the published versions from Samuel French. And I just recorded and filmed my my last show, Del Shore's My Sordid Life, and it's also available now for purchase. And tonight we have a few things here at the. We always, you know, we live by Kathy Griffin's philosophy: merch.
Absolutely, absolutely. So do we.
And you can grab my first single last year was with a phenomenally talented singer named Debbie Holiday. It was called Party Around the World. And it went number 19 on Billboard. That's on iTunes. My second single hit plays on iTunes. And my new single, Pop It, is also on iTunes. And I've got a kind of a little bit scandalous, dirty music video that I shot for my single hit play that's for sale on eBay exclusively while copies last. That will definitely get you gay TV a little bit gayer. That's for certain.
All right. You know, I shot it for him with just a camcorder, and it has that sort of grainy, almost early porn kind of feel, but it's very homage to Queer as Folk, and it's boys, and
Is this the demo I saw on the website?
There may be like a minute long. Yeah, there's a minute long clip that it just starts. YouTube would not allow me to post the entire video. Although I've seen a lot worse on YouTube. It's not that dirty, but who knows? That's it though. Yeah.
Okay.
And if you order Sordid Lives the series from us, or you go to Target or Best Buy, I out of the goodness of my heart, I did Full Frontal in episode 10. So that's some.
Okay.
I'm a giver. Yeah.
Alrighty. So episode 10, you got to go out and buy this. And by the way, if you buy anything on the website, it's autographed.
That's right. Everything's autographed.
First first of all, those names are fucked up. Every single name that is like Willow and Piper and Fuckface and then Track and Bristol, which to me Bristol sounds like a drain cleaner. It just sounds like something that you would go, can I have the Bristol, the commode stuff? Doesn't it kind of sound like a drain cleaner? Anyway, so she named up, but I have no room to talk. My name is Delford, D-E-L-F-E-R-D, right? I mean, black people feel sorry for me. They're like, ooh, we don't have it that bad. I mean, it is not a good name. The kind of people go, oh, it's a Southern name. Is that a given name? And I go, yes, the one my mother gave me. She just made it up. It's like just Delford. Best I can do.
This is Gay TV on Location. We're here with Del Shores and Jason Dottley. Jason, tell me a little bit about the wedding.
Well, our wedding was great, and the one thing I want to share is that Phoenix Magazine did a gay weddings section, and they featured us. And, you know, a lot of young gay people are afraid to come out to their families for obvious reasons.
Right.
And here's a picture of my 85-year-old grandmother who was raised in the hills of Mississippi, who came to her first gay wedding, and I just think this is proof in the pudding that when you come out and your family wants to love you, that
they still will be there.
They find a way to understand.
Well, yep. Some of them will be there. That's not true that all, we have to be real here. There are lots of families who are not supportive of their gay children, and it's sad and it's unfortunate, but we still have a lot of work to do in that area. Jason was very, very fortunate in that side of the family. There were other people in his family who did not come to our wedding, and I didn't have one person from my family show up. And in fact, I didn't have anybody even acknowledge they were invited.
Your Aunt Rita did.
That's right, my Aunt Rita. I take that back. My Aunt Rita absolutely did, and she's the real Lavonda in real life.
So thank you, Aunt Rita.
Aunt Rita was great. She wasn't able to come to the wedding, but she did acknowledge our wedding and sent us a gift, a lovely gift, yeah.
So Del, what's going to happen tonight? What's happening here in Atlanta? Jungle Club.
We're at the Jungle Club. I'm on tour with my little bar tour, I call it, Sordid Confessions. And I'm gonna confess a few things that most people wouldn't. And you know, and after this, there's Birmingham, there's Dallas, there's Tulsa, there's Hot Springs, Arkansas, there's Waco, Texas, and then we go up north, and we've got Provincetown, and New York, and D.C., and Virginia Beach, and Chicago, and Seattle, and Portland, and then back to Florida, L.A., Palm Springs, and Fort Lauderdale, and lots of stops. I wanted to do 30 dates, and I think I'm going to get it.
All right.
I'm very close right now.
Very cool. So we're about wrapping it up here because it's time for the show. We're going to let you see just a tiny little piece of it, and then you got to go and see the show. We'll post everything about the show, where you can see it, on the website, gaytvatlanta.com. And you can also get that at
DelShores.net.
DelShores.net. That's okay.
I'm sorry, I was thinking of Bristol Palin's book. You know, I'm reading this lovely
Bristol
book.
Palin's
Bristol
book.
Palin has written a book, y'all. A book. She has written a book. She doesn't read books, but she's written one. And we will be reading from her book tonight on stage.
So who do you think wrote it for her?
Well, Nancy French. It
Oh,
says
okay.
right there.
Yeah,
Nancy French wrote this book.
It should be in the fiction section. but
She
it
took
made
out,
it to the
well, it was
nonfiction.
sort of like, you know, those were, she took out all the, it's sort of like, you know, it's all out.
Oh, okay.
So Nancy French made her sound marginally intelligent. But no.
You're going to fix that tonight.
Oh, we're going to fix that.
Okay, very
for
good.
having us.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here. This is Gay TV on Location. We'll be back.
Not afraid. No, I'm sorry. Not afraid of life. My journey so far. Okay, we'll get to that in a second. All right, we have to talk about the trial. How many were watching the trial?
Stay tuned in. We'll be right back with a live performance from Jason Dottley performing his new single, Pop It.
You're watching
Gay TV on Location.
Thank you. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Neil. Thank you. Neil, Jim, here. Let us see that.
So, I'm getting ready to...
There.
And you tell me...
You could have a queen.
That's okay. I don't mind. So you said your singles are on iTunes?
Yeah. Yeah, they're all on iTunes. Even the one I just sang. When he said it was coming out in 2 weeks, he meant going out for charting.
Are you actually pressing any like vinyl? Or are you with the label? No. It's all dollars or the work.
KTV on location.
We'll wrap it up with this installment of KTV on location. Stay tuned for a whole lot more.